Eric, we've talked about some of the things that are threatening the birds. What are the kinds of things that can be done to try and either prevent the decline or protect or actually increase the numbers of Elepaio on the island of Oahu?
Fencing is another technique that probably would be effective at helping to conserve Elepaio. Fencing would help in several ways. First, it would just help preserve the habitat in general by keeping out animals like feral pigs and feral goats that degrade the habitat by browsing and rooting. It would also make it more feasible to control predators like rats. And there actually is a new type of fencing available now that's been used mostly in New Zealand that keeps out all predators. It's a fairly fine mesh fence that would exclude even rats, and that has not been used yet in Hawaii, but it would be a really valuable technique.
Is there reason to believe that that Elepaio numbers can be brought back up, or are we in a situation where we can only sustain them?
I think there is hope that we can recover the Elepaio. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of work and a fair amount of money, unfortunately. But we know what the main threats are, and for at least rats, we have a method that is successful at abating that threat. So I think there is reason to hope that we can recover Elepaio.
Eric, it's my understanding that the Elepaio is important in Hawaiian culture, at least with respect to the building of canoes. How does that work? Could you talk a little bit about that?
The Elepaio is regarded as the guardian spirit of canoe makers by the Hawaiians. The legend goes that if an Elepaio pecked at a tree that had been selected for making a canoe out of, that the wood was not sound because there were too many insects in it. And there's probably some truth to that legend because the Elepaio would be looking for insects, and they may well be an indicator of how sound the wood might be.
If someone were interested in trying to get a look at one of these birds on Oahu, it's increasingly difficult, but what are some of the trails you might go on? Where are some of the areas you might go look to see if you could find one?
Elepaio are hard to find these days, but there are several areas on Oahu where you can find them pretty regularly. Some of the best areas to look are Kuli'o'o Valley in southeastern Oahu. The Aiea Ridge Trail also has a few Elepaio on it. The Hawaii Lower Ridge Trail also has several Elepaio on it.
Thanks, Eric. Good luck with your work with Pacific Rim Conservation. On the Science Channel with Pacific Network, this is Jan ten Bruggencate.